Warm greetings, dear friend, and welcome to Morning Musings. Today's offering is unusual as I am on the road. I'm visiting my mom in Kemptville, Ontario, which is just outside of Ottawa, and I have no Chapman stick. I have no equipment to record directly into my computer, so I'm just recording this on my phone. I hope that the quality of it will suffice. This week, I'm sharing yet another memory from my Camino Francés experience. I walked the Camino across Spain in September and October of 2019, an 800-kilometer trek. And what I'm remembering today, my 14th little excerpt from my upcoming book, are the two times that I fell. Luckily, both times I was able to quickly get back up and keep walking. And the second time I will always remember with a smile, because the second time, as often happened on the Camino, someone appeared out of nowhere and helped me stand back up. His name was Kevin. He was Australian, and with a very thick Australian accent, he said to me, "I'm Kevin, I'm from Denver, and I'm bilingual," which made me laugh a lot. And so I thought about that. I thought about the times that we fall, and we decide, hopefully, to get back up and keep walking. And has been happening to me, as has been happening to me many times over the last few weeks. My current life is mirroring the same lessons. So I've had some bad falls, some bad emotional falls in the last little while, and they've been falls that were necessary. I did get back up. I had some lessons I needed to learn. And all of this reminded me of a wonderful quote from Confucius, which came to my awareness several years ago from a dear friend of mine named Carlisle, who, as it turns out, lives about an hour away from my mom, and I'm going to visit him right after I complete this video for you. And the Confucius quote that he shared with me on a little plaque is, "Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall." And so, my chant for today is called, "We rise every time we fall." It is word for word that quote that I just shared with you, and then I created a little affirmation to go after it. So, our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. We rise, we rise, we rise every time we fall. We rise, we rise, we rise every time we fall. And so, as always, I invite you to sing that with me. It's very simple. Shortly after I post this video, I will include the words as well as several other things underneath this video. And as I always say, if singing is not your thing, I invite you to receive this music in whatever way most speaks to you, most touches your heart. So here we go. My a cappella version of "We Rise Every Time We Fall." I will re-record this in the future with my stick. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. We rise, we rise, we rise every time we fall. We rise, we rise, we rise every time we fall. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. We rise, we rise, we rise every time we fall. We rise, we rise, we rise every time we fall. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. We rise, we rise, we rise every time we fall. We rise, we rise, we rise every time we fall. Let's rise, let's rise, let's rise every time we fall. And so, what would it be like if we were to make that choice again, reaffirm that choice again today, this week, this month, this year, to stand again, to rise again every time we fall? Let's just ponder that together in silence for a few minutes. And my apologies if during the next few minutes you hear something coming from the house, the sound of a phone ringing, whatever. This is live. Let's just see what unfolds. Here's the chant again. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. We rise, we rise, we rise every time we fall. We rise, we rise, we rise every time we fall. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. We rise, we rise, we rise every time we fall. We rise, we rise, we rise every time we fall. Let's rise, let's rise, let's rise every time we fall. Let's rise, let's rise, let's rise every time we fall. Mm, 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 mm. Thanks for being with me today, dear friend. I hope that you have enjoyed this chant half as much as I have in the creating of it and the sharing of it with you in this very unusual way. If you did like it, would you do me a favor? Would you be kind enough to share this on your social network, your social media network, wherever, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, wherever you like to post things? And while you're at it, if you could like me, friend me on Facebook, I'd appreciate that. Share it on Facebook. And if you'd be kind enough to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I would also greatly appreciate that. If you'd like to learn more about me and my offerings, I invite you to visit my website, nathanaswell.com. Please remember to spell Nathan, N-A-T-H-E-N, otherwise you'll never find me. And on my website, I have all past broadcasts of Morning Musings, as well as all my other offerings, all the ways that I serve live and online. And if you'd like to learn more about the instrument that I usually play, the Chapman stick, the website is very simple to remember, stick.com, stick.com. And finally, a reminder that I consider creating these chants specifically about music overall my right livelihood. And if you'd like to support me in my life's work, donations are always greatly appreciated and welcome. I will include a link to that as well underneath this video. And a reminder that 10% of everything that comes my way, I lovingly contribute to the Greater Vancouver Food Bank, an organization I'm very proud to support. And so, love and blessings, dear friend. May I, may you, may we all choose to live our greatest glory and rise every time we fall. Namaste. I hope to see you again next week.